we start comparing ourselves with the world, and whatever we see outside, we think that that is the right way of doing it because everyone is trying to fit into other people's life. Every time we seek something outside, the nature is bound to give you a dead end. So you can start looking inside. That is a time you would realize that it was not money and comforts or convenience that you were looking for. It was not enough to give you happiness. Happiness is something different than possessing these items. The problem comes when you, as through your mind, starts doing something to acquire something that you think you do not have. Hariom, Om Namo Narayan. Friends, when we talk about the karmas, when we take all the teachings from scriptures like Bhagavad Gita or Mahabharata and all that, we must understand that everything points to our own life, what life is and how do we live the life. And when we do not understand the real meaning of life, we fall prey into the hands of comparisons and confusions, and in turn our whole life becomes confused and miserable. So when we talk about the karma is basically performing an action. Performing an action, just not the physical actions, but the actions through your words and actions through your mind, which we call vacha, manasa, karmana. The basic teaching which we need to learn as human beings is that we must find the purpose of life. Okay, who I am, what am I doing here, and what is the right way of doing things? And are there rights and are there wrongs? Are there sins, or what is it? When we are babies and we do not know anything, but as soon as we start getting some sense through our eyes, through our ears, our mind starts expanding. And the dilemma here is we have only perceive the world through our sense organs before we even know who we are. If there is no mirror, we do not know what eyes look like, what ears look like, what does nose look like, what's my mouth look like, what is my body look like. So we start comparing ourselves with the world, and whatever we see outside, we think that that is the right way of doing it because everyone out there is performing some kind of duties, some kind of actions they are performing. And with that, you want to fit in because you don't see yourself, because you do not know who you are. You want to belong to that crowd outside, to the world that you are perceiving from outside. And with that comes the guilt consciousness. The world is trying to do the same. Just like you cannot see your own self, the world is also not seeing their own self. So here, everyone is trying to fit into other people's life. And mirror is only showing you the reflection. Whatever is going inside you, whatever you are thinking based on what people have taught you, what the judgments they have thrown at you, the rights and wrongs they have thrown at you, and you have absorbed that just like the blotting paper absorbs the water. So your idea of the world, your idea of life is actually based on the outer world, what people have thrown at you over the years. But here is the interesting point. You are living your life internally. Your feelings are internal. Your thoughts are internal, yet they are based on the outer world. And this conflict, your heart is saying to listen to your own self, but you do not know who you are. You think you are a man or a woman, a child or adult or old or young, whatever. Your identities are based on what people have given you. You be a student or a politician or a businessman or a householder or doing a job. All these identities are based on what world has given you. But inside, you know that there is someone who is separate from all this, who is not afraid of being judged, who is somewhere seeking some answers to life. Somewhere, someone is seeking the happiness and peace inside. because you do not know who you are, and your sense organs are predominantly, they are your modus operandi to perceive the world. So you end up comparing yourself with others, and in return, you get heartbreak. You get confused that who you are you, and what do you want? And with that confusion comes the guilt consciousness or poverty consciousness, or I don't have that. This is a basic need because you are looking for your eternal peace and happiness inside. You are seeking it outside, and that leads you into the world of confusion and competitiveness. You start competing with others to be on top, to be more powerful, to appear more joyful, to appear more beautiful, to appear more melodious, and everything is about outside world. So then you get into the race of who's going to look more beautiful. And that is where the world is manipulating you, selling their products to make you more complete, so-called complete. And this is where the karma comes and start teaching you lessons. You say, okay, you are looking for eternal peace and happiness, which is your basic nature, but you are looking at the wrong places, my child. So I'm going to teach you a lesson. We call this as lessons or learnings. Every time we seek something outside, the nature is bound to give you a dead end. So you can start looking inside. Who am I? Am I a man or a woman, old or young? All these identities you start questioning. When you have all the money in the world, when you have all the comforts of the world, when you have big houses and the cars and everything, that is a time you would realize that it was not money and comforts or convenience that you were looking for. It was not enough to give you happiness. Happiness is something different than possessing these items or whatever. But by that time, it might be too late. Most of the people, it is too late for them to come up with the solution and start looking at the right place. Well, that right place is inside you, in your heart, okay, which is separated from your identities, which is separated from your projected nature. Your projected nature, what is a projected nature? You might come across a rude person to someone, or angry to someone, or jealous to someone. But these are the qualities that have been installed in you by world. But your real nature is peaceful, in the rhythm, in the lay, in happiness inside, and contentful wherever you are, whoever you are. So, how to deal with the karmas? You actually don't have to do anything, because when you do not do anything, then whatever is out there, which is absolute peace, it is going to start expanding inside you. The problem comes when you, as through your mind, starts doing something to acquire something that you think you do not have. And that is where mind becomes powerful and take your sense organs outside. You start getting absorbed in the pleasures and the desires and all that, ignoring your heart. But there comes a time when that was not sufficient. And that is where you need guidance, and you start asking questions. When you are awake in your bed, even the bed is comfortable, but there is no sleep. The food is in front of you, but you can't feel the taste. That is when you start asking questions about purpose of life. So dear friends, suggestion to you is, please do not ignore your heart. Please look into inside and be very, very careful how you handle your own self. And when you reach to certain points, you will feel peaceful and joyful inside. And when you come to an understanding, then the life will start flowing from inside to outside. And that is where all this forgiveness and acceptance, everything becomes your nature. You come in the light, you achieve your inner rhythm, the rhythm of universe within you. But if you do not pay attention to your own self inside, the life that world is teaching you, so you are spending the life outside, and then you want to connect that outer life to inside, and this is how you fill yourself with chaos, confusion, doubts, judgments. Basically, you become miserable. So the theory of karma just says that when you perform an action through vacha, manasa, karmana, through your actions, through your body, your speech, your words, and your thoughts, till they are not about you, till they do not come from inside for your own benefit, every action performed is based on the outer world. And that is where the judgments will come. That is where confusion will come. That is where you start spending your life rather than living your life. In the Bhagavad Gita, there are different type of karmas that we talk about, and we can go on details. But if it doesn't make sense to my life, how to live the life, then everything else becomes redundant. So forget about big formulas about rights and wrongs, what is written where and who said what. It doesn't make a difference if it is not giving you peace inside. So listen to your heart and be at peace with yourself. You are made in certain way by universe, and that is what you are. Please come to acceptance. You cannot be somebody else, and somebody else cannot be you. There are different colors in the rainbow, and every color has a significance. Together they make a rainbow. Together all the colors make the white light. Similarly, in the world, everyone is designed in certain way. Every nature is in certain way, and they are supposed to be that way only. You are supposed to be what you are. So you comparing yourself with others to get accepted, you are actually looking for more trouble in life. But when you come into peace with yourself, then the world loses control on you. And that's what you want. Absolute freedom from your own pains, from your own sufferings, from your own miserability. So just be yourself. Pay attention to your feelings, to your emotions, and be free from inside and attain your inner rhythm, the rhythm of the universe. Om Namo Narayan. Har Har Mahadev. Follow me, like this channel. If you like this content, share it with your family and friends. And please ask all the questions, and I'm happy to guide you on that. I'm happy to talk about those questions. Till then, look after yourself, because your happiness, your peace matters, and you deserve that. Hari Om.